Just ahead on 7 News tonight, authorities are looking for a man missing in the Adirondacks since Sunday. Jefferson County lawmakers followed the state's lead, capping the amount of sales tax collected on gasoline purchases. At the same time, elected officials in the city of Watertown pass a budget for the next fiscal year. And aid is flowing into the victims of a major earthquake in Indonesia. Mel has sports, and John, the midweek forecast. Stay tuned.
FX marks the spot where everyone goes to find great deals on a wide selection of quality new and used vehicles. A sporty 2006 Volkswagen Jetta. Lease it for a low $189 a month. It gets up to 30 miles per gallon. Drive home a new Volkswagen Jetta for only $189 a month, plus get 30 miles to the gallon. So call 788-7400 now, or come into FX Capera Volkswagen in Watertown, and we'll help you find your next vehicle today. FX marks the spot.
In the news tonight, Jefferson County lawmakers are one step closer to capping the local sales tax on gasoline.
Eliot Spitzer is the unanimous choice as the Democratic candidate for governor.
And despite all the digging, the FBI finds no sign of former Teamsters boss Jimmy Hoffa on a Michigan horse farm. 7 News Tonight is next.
Welcome home to the North Country's finest. You're watching 7 News Tonight with Brian Ashley, Susan Brown, weather with Rick DeFranco, and Mel Busler on sports.
Good evening, I'm Brian Ashley.
And I'm Susan Brown. Breaking news tonight. The search is continuing in a remote section of the Adirondacks for 58-year-old Bill Myrna, a high school basketball coach at Ogdensburg Free Academy who went hiking in the Five Ponds Wilderness area Saturday and was last seen Sunday at noon.
New York State Forest Rangers say Myrna, seen here in an interview with 7 News Sports, was reported missing this morning. Forest Rangers, the State Police helicopter, and the Cranberry Lake Fire Department conducted a search of the rugged wilderness throughout the day. They've suspended it for the night, but will resume their search tomorrow. Lieutenant Bob Barstow, a State Forest Ranger, says Myrna is an accomplished hiker, and they're optimistic he may have gotten confused in the woods, but that he will be found.
In other news tonight, have you decided not to take a trip because gas prices are just too high? Or
have you gotten rid of the SUV and opted for a more fuel-efficient car?
These are things many people are doing as gas prices continue to go up.
So tonight, the Jefferson County Legislature's Finance and Rules Committee took steps towards making that burden a little less harsh. 7 News reporter Alana Greenvogel tells us how. Alana?
Well, Brian and Susan, starting soon, when you fill your car up with gas in Jefferson County, you'll be pumping a little less out of your wallet. That's because the state and now the county are cutting back on gas taxes.
And with the summer coming and starting in July, this couldn't happen at a better time. It's just the right thing to do for the North Country.
By giving this back to businesses and the people, it's the right thing to do at this time.
It's been an unprecedented hardship for every working family, every business.
County lawmakers are following in New York State's footsteps. While gas may cost $3 a gallon, you'll only pay taxes on $2 of those dollars.
In an area that relies on tourism related to boats and ATVs and snowmobiles, that we definitely go along with the state and cap it at $2 a gallon.
Here's how you'll save. Right now, if you fill up 15 gallons of gas, you'll pay about $3.50 just in sales taxes. That includes both the state and county's portions. Once the change goes into effect, you'll pay about $2.33 in taxes. That's a $1.16 savings every time you fill up. So let's say you fill up your car about once a week. You'll save about $60 a year.
It's not a big savings, but it's something. And obviously people are driving back and forth to work, so it's an opportunity to give the consumers something back.
County lawmakers say they're able to do this because the gas tax revenue wasn't part of this year's budget, and it would have been additional income. Now, of course, the full board needs to approve it before the change goes into effect, and once that happens, you won't be paying the county's portion of the sales tax starting in July. Now, as for the states, you won't have to pay that starting on Thursday. So, Brian and Susan, if you need to fill up, I'd wait till Thursday if I were you.
All right, Alana Greenvogel, live in our newsroom tonight. Thanks very much.
It was pretty much a formality for members of the Watertown City Council voting to approve the 2006-2007 city budget. Council members had made just about all the changes they wanted to the proposed spending plan for next year. After hearing from department heads and considering allocations to other agencies and projects, The council voted unanimously for the nearly $51 million spending plan and set the tax rate for the coming year at $9.82 for every $1,000 of assessed property value. City Manager Mary Corvo says she's pleased they were able to lower the tax levy for city residents.
In spite of the increases you saw in assessed values this year, the City Council lived up to their promise of reducing the tax levy for the citizens of the community.
Council also approved the capital plan for the coming year, which includes money for an engineering study on the Fairgrounds Ice Arena for the purposes of developing a master plan for the facility.
Jefferson County Public Health is looking for the public's help in locating a stray cat that bit a Black River area woman and needs to be observed for rabies. The black short-haired cat was last seen near Lefebvre Road and Route 342 on Memorial Day. Since the cat has no known vaccination history, the information is needed to prevent the victim from undergoing unnecessary rabies injections. If you know where this cat might be located, you can call Jefferson County Public Health at 786-3720.
Firefighters in the city of Watertown will now be able to get to an emergency more quickly and hopefully more safely. All thanks to a flashing light on the fire trucks that sends a signal to detectors on the traffic lights. Firefighters can turn a red light green in a matter of seconds. Right now, the traffic signals on Coffeen Street are working. The rest of the lights in the city should be working by the end of summer.
This allows the traffic to move out of our way. It allows us to go through the traffic intersection with a green light, which is a much safer condition for us and the motoring public.
Chief Gomont says the $180,000 worth of equipment will also help reduce response times.
Just a day before his resignation was to take effect, Houndsfield Town Supervisor Gene Derwin sent a letter to the town this morning saying he will serve out his term as supervisor. He told 7 News the support he's received from the community has been overwhelming. Derwin resigned unexpectedly a few weeks ago. His term expires at the end of 2007.
It's what some people were least expecting, hot and humid weather. Today, temperatures climbed into the mid-80s, making the day a drag on a little for people who had to work out in the sticky conditions. Most people say after the last week of colder weather, this heat wave came as quite a surprise.
This is out of the ordinary for this time of year.
It's a little difficult to go from 45 to 85.
Oh, it's wonderful. It's a complete turnaround since last Sunday when it was like a high of 45 degrees or something like that. And today it's hot and muggy and almost 90.
Believe it or not, some ambulance squads have already been dealing with people suffering from heat exhaustion. So now that the heat is here, they're asking you to remember to stay safe and keep hydrated.
All right, unbearably hot for some people, just right for others.
Are we going to need those air conditioners on high tomorrow? Meteorologist Rick DeFranco is off tonight, probably cooling off somewhere. But John Kubis is here with the first look at the forecast. John.
Oh, I'm sure he is. And yeah, as a matter of fact, tomorrow we're definitely going to need the air conditioning, more sticky weather on the way. Now, all this heat and humidity triggered off some pretty good showers and thunderstorms through the northeast. The sun came out and that bubbled up the atmosphere. And look what happened. This is 12 hours ago. Not too much was going on. But then off to our east, a pretty powerful line of showers and thunderstorms formed and made their way down to the south. And I am watching another cluster of storms just up to our north and west. So over the next couple of hours, maybe some rain, maybe a rumble or two of thunder here in the North Country until about maybe 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. It's not happening right now, though. It's partly cloudy and it's still warm and muggy. We're at 70 degrees tonight. We're going to bottom out in the middle 60s. We're going to have partly cloudy skies with a chance of a thunderstorm over the next couple of hours. I'll tell you what, tomorrow's going to be sticky, but then a little break from the heat and humidity. I'll tell you more about it coming up here in a little bit.
Well, thanks, John. There's much more ahead on 7 News tonight. Postseason high school sports action is continuing. Bell has the scores and highlights coming up in sports.
Elliot Spitzer is formally chosen as the Democratic Party's candidate for governor.
And people whose first language isn't English can count on help from local emergency operators. We'll have those stories and more when 7 News Tonight returns in 2 minutes.
You know, Billy, during the final days of the Fusillo 500, I want to remind the folks that this is statewide, basically. If you could see this commercial right now, you see the name Fusillo anywhere, we've supersized.
What do they say, like McDonald's, Burger King, they supersize? We're going to supersize the 500 this year, Tom.
Absolutely.
Don't miss the opportunity. Whether it's here in Adams, okay, or Seneca Falls is participating this year, don't miss the opportunity, Central Northern New York, because this year the 500 sale will be huger than ever. That's right, one word, huge.
The
Thank you.
Oh, it's cold. Introducing the new iced coffee from McDonald's. Try it free for 4 days only, June 1st to the 4th. So come on in and grab a cup.
Wow, that's some bed.
It's a Sealy, the new Sealy Posturepedic, made with the special 3-part comfort support system. The Posturepedic innerspring provides orthopedically correct support. The unicased edge design gives it long-lasting comfort, and the comfort materials conform to your body. Comfort, support, system, put you to sleep just like... So, what'd you think?
Come in and experience the new Sealy Posturepedic.
Get next-day delivery at Raymore and Flanagan, your Sealy Posturepedic headquarters.
This portion of the news brought to you by the Sealy Sleep Center at Raymore and Flanagan.
Well, New York's Democratic Party today chose Eliot Spitzer as its candidate for governor at its statewide convention in Buffalo. In an acceptance speech, he spoke of his grandparents, all immigrants coming to Ellis Island, and his father, who rose from a New York City tenement to become an engineer. The 46-year-old attorney general who forced reforms of Wall Street and corporate America is the front runner to be the first new governor in New York in 12 years.
This is a time for bold action. This is a time for change. And to the skeptics who say it can't be done, I can only say, we've heard it before, we've done it before, and we are ready to do it again.
The Democrats also chose State Senate Minority Leader David Patterson of New York City for lieutenant governor.
In Jefferson County, it's not unusual these days to hear someone speaking something other than English. But what do people with a language barrier do in life or death situations? 7 News reporter Pam Cunningham explains how they get by.
Dispatch, Lemon, may I help you?
In an emergency, this is a familiar sound.
911, what is the location of your emergency?
But what happens when the person taking the call can't understand?
If we can't figure out anything at all, that's a problem. We don't know what language is, anything. We hit one button and it goes to an interpreter service.
The Jefferson County 911 Center answers 22,000 calls a year. And with this service, it can have an interpreter on the line in less than 15 seconds.
Despite what people think, the North Country and Jefferson County is a very diverse population, and it's growing in its diversity.
Just like 911, Samaritan Medical Center has a phone service, but they take it one step farther. They have on-site interpreters who speak 18 different languages, including sign language. Maria Santiago came here with a hernia. She doesn't speak English, but she's able to do her physical therapy exercises with the help of an on-site interpreter.
Just eases their nerves about whatever procedure they're going to have, to know that there's someone there that's going to understand.
And it also is easier for the therapist to concentrate on their job as opposed to trying to figure out how they're going to communicate with the patient.
The physical therapist can concentrate on her job. And the patient says she knows she is doing the exercises correctly, which is very important. Of course, neither a phone service nor an on-site interpreter erases the language barrier, but they are a help for people who may need a helping hand and help asking for it. Pam Cunningham, 7 News.
And still to come on 7 News tonight, they've finished digging on a Michigan horse farm and no sign of Jimmy Hoffa.
And CBS correspondent Kimberly Dozier is flown to Germany as she recovers from her bomb injuries. Don't go away.
The once-in-a-lifetime launch spectacular. Come check out 4 all-new Toyotas. We're making room for these new models with Memorial Day values on many of your favorite Toyotas. Come in now for an incredible 0% APR on the family-friendly Sienna. Or get 0% APR on the smooth-riding Highlander or the fuel-efficient Highlander Hybrid. Amazing Memorial Holiday savings on 3 of Toyota's most fuel-friendly models. Hurry, it all ends soon. It's time to move forward.
The human eye can barely register the motion in a hummingbird's wings. But at Canton Potsdam Hospital, our new 64-slice CT scanner would see the wings like this. Every detail is seen and captured more accurately than ever before. So fast, it can even freeze frame a single human heartbeat or detect a heart attack before it happens. The 64 slice. It makes all other scanners seem like they're standing still. Only at Canton Potsdam Hospital.
Turn heads. Lead the pack in a 2006 Ford Fusion. With great gas mileage that means fewer trips to the pump. All for under 18 grand. Drive home a 2006 Fusion SE with 0 first month's payment, 0 security deposit, and 0 money down. All for just $259 a month.
Buying furniture shouldn't be a game of deal or no deal. At Massey's Furniture Barn, we have thousands of furniture deals you can choose from every day. Like deal number 8, this beautiful 4-piece bedroom, just $575. Or deal number 21, this striking sofa, just $547. Or deal number 14, this 5-piece dining room, only $619. Or deal number 26, queen pillow top mattress sets, just $275. Plus, our banker says pay nothing for 1 full year. Remember, the real deals are always at Massey's Furniture Barn.
Here are the winning New York lottery numbers tonight. The daily number 599 and the win for 5235.
Around your world tonight, John Muhammad stands convicted in 6 more of the Washington area sniper killings. A Maryland jury took slightly more than 4 hours to convict him today in the 2002 sniper killings. The most he can get for the 6 murders is life in prison without parole. He's already sentenced to death for a sniper killing in Virginia. Muhammad represented himself in the 4-week trial. His former protege, Lee Malvo, testified against him last week. The international effort to bring aid to quake-ravaged areas of Indonesia is in full swing. There is little hope of finding any more survivors from the weekend earthquake that killed nearly 5,700 people. The focus in central Indonesia is now on helping the thousands of injured and hundreds of thousands left homeless, living in improvised shacks, desperate for food and water. The FBI says weeks of digging has produced no sign of Jimmy Hoffa on a Michigan horse farm. The search involved dozens of agents, anthropologists, archaeologists, cadaver-sniffing dogs, and a demolition crew that took apart a barn. A top agent at the Detroit FBI office says officials aren't giving up on the investigation of the 1975 disappearance of the Teamsters boss. Doctors say CBS News correspondent Kimberly Dozier is doing as well as can be expected. Dozier, who suffered critical injuries in a Baghdad blast that killed 2 colleagues, has been moved to a U.S. military hospital in Germany. Dozier is fighting back against the severe injuries sustained in Monday's bomb blast in Baghdad. Emergency teams in Baghdad saved her life. They lost a pulse at one point, but brought her back and removed the shrapnel in her head. Doctors say she is in critical but stable condition. It will be another 2 or 3 days before she'll be able to fly back to the United States.
And of course, we're all hoping for the best of news with Kimberly Dozier, who
absolutely
people have seen on this broadcast many times. Well, we had a summer-like, midsummer-like, hot, hazy, humid, sticky day.
And thunderstorms to go along with it, too. A busy night tonight in the Weather Center. And I tell you what, more on the way for tomorrow, too,
Great.
Unfortunately. Tell you all about it coming up next.
Now those are healthy kids. Get the comprehensive health coverage your kids need and deserve. Child Health Plus. Great coverage, little or no cost, without the runaround.
Yaris from Toyota.
Hey, Dad. What's this?
Long-term care insurance.
Oh.
The fact is, your mom and I need to start thinking about nursing home or home care in case we need it someday.
Yeah, that's good thinking. Mike's father never did any planning. Now it's all on us.
I know. But this way, your mom and I'll have some control over what happens. And it costs a lot less if we buy it now.
I really wish Mike's dad would have done the same thing.
Well,
To learn more,
Contact the New York State Partnership for Long-Term Care.
Straight Talk with attorney Scott Gottlieb.
Everybody wants their case settled, but the best way to get your case settled is be a threat to go to court. That's why an individual can't settle his own case, because he's not a threat to go to court. The same for an inexperienced lawyer. The insurance company does not fear an inexperienced lawyer as a threat. Ultimately, it's your decision. If you want to take your case to court, we're going to go with you. If you've been injured, we'll give you the straight talk. Call us at 1-800-TALK-LAW.
Well, another hot and humid night in the North Country. We're still at 70 degrees right now under partly cloudy skies. And look at the dew point. This is why it feels so humid outside, so oppressive. 68 degrees. The humidity is high. We'd expect that at 93%. Winds right now from the southeast at 3, and the pressure has been on the rise over the past couple of hours. Our high today was 85, and look at our record high we set back in 1929. It was also 85, so it looks like we tied the record for today. Look at our low, 64, sticky 64 degrees waking up this morning, and that's well above average for this time of year. It can still get cold in May, though. 33 is our record low, and we set that in 1961. Seems like it's warm everywhere except out west, or more specifically the northwest. 50s right now in Denver. 58 in Billings. This air is headed in our direction. Still warm in Phoenix, though. They're at 92 degrees, 81 in Dallas, 76 in Houston, and 82 right now in Atlanta. Oh, it's warm in the North Country. 63 right now in Saranac Lake. Otherwise, 70s for everybody else. 71 in Messina, 70 for the Berg, 72 in Carthage and Oswego. They were 80 just a couple of hours ago, and they've dropped a couple of degrees. Right now, they're at 78. All right, let's take a look off to the west really quick, and this will be the relief for the North Country from all this hot and humid weather. Look at this cold front, and behind it, a dip in the jet stream, and that's why the weather is cool in the northwest. This is headed our way, and it looks like it's going to be here in a couple of days. So one more day of hazy, hot, and humid weather, and all this humidity is what's causing some thunderstorms right now and throughout the Northeast. Now, this was 12 hours ago. There really wasn't too much going on, but the sun was heating up the ground, bubbling up that moist atmosphere, and look what happened during the afternoon. We really did dodge a bullet here in the North Country. A powerful line of showers and thunderstorms formed off to our east and basically traveled due south. So, yeah, it looks like they did get some damage in eastern portions of New York State from some wind and even some small hail. But look what's happening just to our northwest. That red, that orange, that's another area of showers and thunderstorms. Let's zoom in with Doppler 7. 6 hours ago, nothing was going on to our northwest, but look what's since happened. That the showers and thunderstorms are beginning to fire up just to our north. So yeah, if this holds together, it looks like may skirt northern portions of Jefferson County and also St. Lawrence County over the next couple of hours. So maybe some rain or a rumble or two of thunder. So your forecast for tonight, partly cloudy. Chance of a thunderstorm because of the humidity. It's going to be warm, too. Lows right around 65 degrees. And tomorrow, 82, so a hot day, a humid day, with a chance of an afternoon thunderstorm because of all the heat and humidity. St. Lawrence County tonight, partly cloudy for you. Chance of a thunderstorm, humid, 65 for your low. Tomorrow, because of all the heat and humidity, the chance of an afternoon thunderstorm, highs in the lower 80s. And there's the relief from all the sticky weather on Thursday. That cold front moves through, and we've got a really good chance of some showers and thunderstorms. I think Thursday will be an all-day rain event. Friday, much cooler behind the front. Wow, that's nature's air conditioning right there. Look at that. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, right around 70 for a high, and lows in the 50s. Oh, this weather is just a roller coaster, I guess.
You'll probably get complaints on the weekend about the being too cold.
Always.
Yeah.
There's always somebody who's unhappy.
Yeah, sure.
Always.
Yeah, sure.
Thanks, John.
You're welcome.
All right, are we going to hit the links?
Yes. We're also going to hit the diamond and the lacrosse field. We got plenty of highlights coming your way next. Stay tuned.
Hey, I bet you guys haven't seen the huge supply of lumber here at Wellesley Island Building Supply. Let's go take a look.
Top grade lumber at great prices. That's what you'll find at Wellesley Island Building Supply. From pressure-treated lumber and composites to interior trim and all the things you need to help you get your job done right the first time.
Well, I'm off to make another delivery for Wellesley Island Building Supply, just over the TI Bridge.
Wow, that's on bed.
It's a Sealy, the new Sealy Posturepedic, made with the special 3-part comfort support system. The Posturepedic innerspring provides orthopedically correct support. The unicased edge design gives it long-lasting comfort, and the comfort materials conform to your body. Comfort, support, system, put you to sleep just like... So, what'd you think?
Come in and experience the new Sealy Posturepedic.
Get next day delivery at Raymore and Flanagan, your Sealy Posturepedic headquarters.
This year, tobacco giant Philip Morris will celebrate the 50th birthday of Marlboro, the #1 selling cigarette brand of all time. My dad, who was my #1, won't be celebrating his 50th birthday. After 25 years of smoking cigarettes, he died of lung cancer at age 45.
Tobacco kills.
When I took over as Attorney General, he took on some powerful interests. But it was never really about who we were standing up to. It was always about who we were standing up for.
Spitzer for governor.
The high school postseason rolling along on this Tuesday. Section 3 baseball this afternoon, Class C semifinal. Immaculate Heart Central entertaining Cooperstown at the Alex Duffy Fairgrounds. The winner to play Friday night at Alliance Stadium in Syracuse. 1-0 Cooperstown in the bottom of the first. Jason Uhas with a deep blaster right. Steve McGovney scores, tying the game at 1. Bottom of the second, Zach Doldo at the plate. He beats out a bunt, loading the bases for IHC. Steve McGovney then goes shopping at the gap in left center for a triple, plating all 3 base runners, 4-1 Immaculate Heart. Jason Uhas then singles in Steve McGovney, making it 5-0 Cavaliers. Final score, IHC 8, Cooperstown 1. Boys lacrosse, Carthage against New Hartford at Cicero North Syracuse. Robert Grimm with the goal, but New Hartford leads Carthage 3-1 at this point. Ben Coster tickles the twine for the Comets' second goal of the game. Fourth quarter, Mario Ventaquatro scores the 4th goal of the game for Carthage, but it's not enough. New Hartford ends Carthage's season by beating the Comets 10-4. Recapping all the local action, Section 3 boys lacrosse, Class B semifinals. New Hartford the winner over Carthage. In Section 3 girls lacrosse, Class B semifinals, Carthage defeats Jamesville DeWitt. Cortland outlasts Watertown. Section 3 baseball, there you see it, the IHC win over Cooperstown, Class C semifinal. Section 10 baseball, Class B semifinal, Governor over Canton. OFA beats Salmon River. Class C semifinal, Brushton Meyer over Madrid Waddington. Norfolk a winner over Tupper Lake. Class A championship, Messina defeats Malone. Section 10 softball, Class B semifinals, OFA over Salmon River. Canton a winner over Governor. Class C semifinals, St. Lawrence Central beats Tupper Lake. Madrid Waddington downs Norwood Norfolk. Class D quarterfinals, Hewelton a winner over Colton Pierpont. Hammond defeats Edwards Knox. Parishville Hopkinton downs Lisbon. And Chateauguay defeats Morristown. Well, the best high school golfers in the area getting together today for the Frontier League Championships, a chance to showcase their talents on a demanding course.
Over 90 golfers testing the course and the weather at the Watertown Golf Club for the Frontier League Championship. Among the top scorers, Greg Urbanowitz of Sackett's Harbor fires a 76. Wes Roberts of South Jefferson, 3 strokes better. He cards a 73. But it came down to 2 golfers, Mark Bowman of Thousand Islands and Mike Buffalini of Watertown, both tied for top honors with 70. That meant a playoff for overall medalist honors. Bowman gets close to the pin on the first extra hole with this shot. But Buffalini is able to scramble and force a second playoff hole. Buffalini sinks this putt on that second hole. Bowman just misses his effort. Buffalini wins the hole and the playoff. Both golfers exceptional.
Well, the key here, I think, is just to keep it straight. The wind wasn't too bad. The rough was thick in some spots, but it's not very long, so I think keeping it straight's the key.
I was driving the ball all right because I got a new driver a couple days ago, but the big thing was making putts. I was making putts left and right, especially on the front 9 there.
Watertown captured the AA Division team title Thousand Islands the A crown, and Alexandria the B division title. Well, there's no margin for error for the Buffalo Sabres tonight. If they lose, they can begin their summer vacation. The Sabres trail Carolina 3-2 in the NHL Stanley Cup Eastern Conference Final as they take the ice in Buffalo this evening. And there will be a 7th game. Danielle Briere scores a power play goal, 4:22 of overtime. The Sabres go on to beat Carolina by a score of 2-1. Well, Game 4 in the NBA's Western Conference Final on tap tonight in Phoenix. The Suns won the opening game of the best-of-7 series, but lost the next 2 to Dallas. Game 4 taking place on the Suns' home court this evening. And late fourth quarter, Phoenix winning this one big over Dallas. At last report, Phoenix 94, Dallas 71. This series appears to be tied at 2 games apiece. And some American League Baseball just to talk about quickly. The Yankees a winner over Detroit in 11 innings, 11-6. So they had a big extra inning there.
All right. All right, let's do a little baseball trivia. Speaking of the Yankees, how many games did it take Babe Ruth to hit 714 home runs?
All the ones he played in his career. So it was a career-long.
It was a very long 2,503 games.
There you go.
We'll be right back.
Billy, there are only a few days left in the Fusillo 500, and I heard through the grapevine that you're giving huge amounts of money for trade-ins like these.
Listen to me. I put 2,500. The car's worth 300.
Excuse me?
The last 4 or 5 days, Tom, I get crazy around here. You know I get wild. We're down to about 800 cars, trucks, vans, and inventory. Don't miss the opportunity, because to get to our goal, I'll do whatever it takes. And you know when I say whatever it takes.
I know what that means.
Yeah,
that means
you
when
do.
you take Route 81 to exit 41 to Route 11 Adams, you'll find yourself
in the house of huge.
These days, advances in medicine and healthcare are occurring at a rapid rate. Every day, we are learning more about how to stay healthy. And every Monday, 7 News helps to keep track of the new advances and information with tomorrow's health. Cindy Abebe explores the latest news in the healthcare field and gives you the newest ways to stay healthy. Tomorrow's Health, every Monday during 7 News This Morning, brought to you by Claxton Hepburn Medical Center.
Oh, hi, you must be getting ready for the American Cancer Society's Relay for Life. Do you realize there's 3 of them around the North Country? Jefferson, Lewis County, and also St. Lawrence County. It's a great event. Get a team together, raise money for the American Cancer Society, and hey, don't forget about the Rolls Royce that the American Cancer Society is giving away. That's the American Cancer Society's Relay for Life.
Welcome. Another season of No Stars Softball begins. To schedule a charity fundraising game with the 7 News No Stars Hapless Softball Gang, email to softball at WWNYTV.net on the old internet, on the old computer there. We'll work something out with you.
Closed captioning brought to you by Mead Optical Eye and Hearing Centers, located in Lowville and at 1000 Washington Street, Watertown.
Seeing that ad for the softball team there makes me think it was a great day for outdoor sports today. Just drink some water.
Absolutely. Keep well hydrated. Let's see what the kids can expect out tomorrow morning. On their way to school, partly cloudy skies, kind of warm and muggy. Temperatures in the 60s, and by noon warming up to right around 80 degrees under partly sunny skies.
Hi, I'm Beth Hall.
And I'm Jeff Cole. Tomorrow morning, our morning checkup brought to you by Samaritan Medical Center.
And of course, we'll have your local news, sports, and the weather forecast.
Finally tonight, Ramon Campello, a professional memory man from Spain, yesterday won the world record for memorizing because he was able to commit to memory a 16-digit figure in less than half a second.
He is also capable of memorizing a string of 23,200 words for 72 hours after hearing them only once, memorizing 6 packs of cards, 240 cards spread out on a table while blindfolded and after only hearing them once and in random order. His reading speed is above 2,500 words per minute, more than 10 times the speed of an average university student.
Wow. That's our report for tonight. Thanks for watching.
For all of us here at 7 News, have a good night.
Good night.